In this video, I'll provide an overview of our Part A, Researching the Stock Market and Coronavirus Pandemic. So here we are in the Week 12 module, and the video you're watching right now is this link right here. And I'm going to go ahead and click on the assignment link right here to get to the instructions. So the coronavirus, known as COVID-19, has impacted our lives in a variety of ways. It's changed the way we go to school, work, engage in our social life, and the economy. The stock market assignment has been revised to reflect this current environment. So this assignment comes in two parts. This part A is focused on researching and learning about the impact of the coronavirus on the stock market. You're going to complete a series of tasks and answer related questions. This assignment is open book and open note and is untimed. The format of the assignment, due to the constraints in Canvas, is in the format of a quiz. As long as you don't go past the due date, you can come in and out of this assignment as much as you like, and your work is automatically saved. Although there's no actual save button, you can check that your responses are saved by looking at the bottom of the page near the Submit Quiz button. That'll notify you when the quiz was officially saved and at what time. You can then exit the assignment and return to it, and everything should still be in there. However, to avoid losing your work, I would recommend copying and pasting your answers in a Word doc in case there's any technical issues with Canvas or your internet, especially right now with the way everything is in the world. Make sure to only click the Submit Quiz button when you are ready to submit for grading. Once it's submitted, you can't unsubmit it. So I'll go ahead and show you what the assignment looks like. So you can actually go in and look at the quiz without actually starting it. That way you know what to expect. So the first task is to find and read a news article that discusses how the stock market is performing currently with the coronavirus pandemic. Make sure it comes from a reputable source. Avoid blogs, Facebook posts, and Twitter. And if you want to read multiple articles, you can, but at a minimum, just find one. Include the link here of the article. I'd love to read it as well. And briefly explain 3 takeaways from the article that you found important. Scrolling down, the next task you're going to be doing is finding 2 stocks of companies that you are familiar with or have some kind of connection to in your life. Examples include Costco, United Airlines, Walmart, Target, for instance. Just make sure that the 2 companies come from different industries. That way you get a bit of variety as you do your research. Then you'll want to answer the following questions based on each of these companies. For the first company you choose, include the name and their stock market symbol. Explain your connection to the company, in other words, how you use or know of the company. Provide the current stock market price and state the date of when you looked up that price. Then review their stock market performance over the past month and describe what has happened. There are a lot of resources out there for you to look up stock prices and information. One, for example, is Yahoo Finance or finance.yahoo.com. So for instance, I might be interested in Costco. So I'm just going to type in Costco, and you can see here the symbol is cost. And I'll go ahead and click on that. And then here's the information that I can use to answer that question in our assignment. So here's the stock price I would provide and today's date. And in this chart here, you can move through different time frames to see how the stock has performed. 1 day, 5 days, 1 month is what the assignment had asked for, but you can also take a look at 6 months to year to date. And if you want to pop it up to full screen, you can get a closer look at it as well. And even with a simple Google search engine, you can type in the company name and the word stock, and it will pull up a market summary of the company. So again, here's the price of the stock, and we've got some charts here depending on what time frame you want to look at. So for instance, if we take a look at the 1 month, you can even take a look at the 6 months to see how the stock has performed, and general information over here to the right. You'll do this for the second company as well. And the last task, as we scroll down, has to do with alternative investments. So driven by fears of the coronavirus, stocks in the US have entered a bear market. A bear market is defined as the period in which the major stock indexes drop by 20% or more from a high point and remain that way for a few months. You'll want to identify and explain at least 2 alternative investments that you can focus on during times like this when the stock market is in a bear market. Consider what you've read through chapters 11, 12, and 13 on investing, and you can also use outside sources as well. While we can't anticipate every major event that's going to rock our personal finance world, we should be aware of the different investments available to us so that we can shift our strategies when the economy changes for better or for worse. And then scrolling down, just so you can see, this is the timestamp of when something is saved. And so I'll just do a quick test right here, testing. And so you can see right here, it's saved as of 11:06 a.m. And then I can close this and come back to it at a later date. Only hit submit quiz when you're ready to submit for grading.